Okay, new update, next update on the Thunderchild. I've been doing a lot of the detail painting on her. I still have to clean up the white and gray a little bit more, and I've got a lot of windows to fill in on the engineering supports. Okay, you can see I've done a few of them, but I have not done all of them. Top of the ship. Zoom in just a little bit. Back her up a little. There we go. Top of the ship. You can see I painted the main phaser strip. I did all that by hand, so there's a little bit of overpaint I need to clean up with the white. That's okay. I don't know what these doodads were, but they are also on the Enterprise NX, so I painted them the same color you're supposed to paint them on the Enterprise NX. I am not following the official photos I found of the ship. I'm ad-libbing a little bit, thinking it's making it look better, actually. Heck, you can tell that because it's white, gray, and black. The official color scheme is grayish blue and gray, and I don't like a ship that looks like a pastel. Okay, you can see I've been painting the warp nacelles. They are kind of shiny, they're metallic looking. I accomplished that by doing a layer of silver. You saw that in an earlier video. And then painting Tamiya blue over that. This needs one more coat of blue to get the color all the way evened out. I'm painting this by hand, so there's a few spots some of you with sharp eyes will notice in the video. I need to clean up the white around the edges again, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. The buzzard collectors, they are bright red. Let me see if we can zoom in on that so we can get a good look at it. Okay, I'm shifting a little too much. Can't really see the end very well. It's kind of hard to do when everything moves backwards when you're looking at the camera. There we go. We got a good shot at the end. That is black in there. I did some dry brushing of black around the top of the red, top of the silver, then put the red over it, because the reference photos I had showed black speculation inside the buzzard collectors. Okay, now looking at the underside, I painted the phaser strips on the underside. And I've detailed some of the windows, not all of them. I still need to clean up the gray and white around here a little bit more before I darken in these windows. I still haven't done the whitewash on the back. I'm going to do that in a little bit tonight, and that'll show in the next update. The last thing I wanted to show you is the deflector dish. Now, I gave it the same treatment I did with the nacelles, but I did something a little extra to it. Once I got the blue where I liked it, I can see I still need to touch the blue up on the outer edges a little bit. I took some Tamiya clear red and dry brushed it in the center to give it kind of a starburst pattern. And it is showing in the video. I was afraid lighting would be an issue here, but you can see it. And I think it came out looking pretty decent right there. It gives it a little bit of depth. And again, I still need to clean up the gray and white around here a little bit more. I might paint this spot right here dark gray, not the same gray as the phaser strips because that's a metallic gray. I might paint this dark gray. I might leave it white and paint that little dot dark gray. Not sure what I'm going to do here yet. I haven't done the washes along here yet. I'm going to try that in a few minutes once I'm off the camera with the video. I did do a color matching, and when you look at that, here, let me put the ship down and zoom in on this so we can see this a little bit better. Okay, it's focusing on the ship. Go figure. Still focusing on the ship. So let's just move this closer to the ship. Alright, right along here. Half of this white right here is Tester's acrylic. Half of it is Tester's enamel. And I'll be damned if I can tell the difference in the color. They did a good job there. I'm still not a big fan of Tester's paints, but between their acrylic and their enamel, they color matched very well with the flat white. So I think I'm going to be able to get away with doing an enamel wash on these panel lines and seeing if that works. So that's what's up tonight. I still have a little bit more detail painting. If the weekend's cooperative, I should have all my detail painting done on this by Saturday. Today is Wednesday. I have to take tomorrow off. I'm going to see my mom. And I've got another project I'm working on. I'll put videos up for it in a little bit. I don't want to get into what that is just yet. I want that to be kind of a surprise in the videos. But anyhow, that's where I stand on this. She's getting near done. I should be able to finish her in this next set of videos. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to try something stupid, and I'm trying it on film. We're not going to try it as a wash. I'm going to take Mr. Tester's enamel here. I'm going to take my nice brush, my favorite brush of the moment. I will paint it in these cracks. And if this is bad, I'm going to really regret this in a little bit. This stuff's really watery. That's what prompted me into this idea. I'm going to take a folded up piece of paper towel now. And I got my enamel thinner out. I'm going to dunk my paper towel in my enamel thinner. And I'm going to wipe that off with the enamel thinner. And look what that did. Let's zoom in on that so you can see that. It's perfect. Ooh, I'm having a hard time positioning the model. But it came out beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. So that's the technique I'm going to use to fill in all these panel lines. I'll be back in a minute once it's all done. Alright, the method I was showing you for working with the paint fill, I'm filling in these cracks. It's a lot like doing a wash, but it has a few issues, and I'm trying to zoom in so I can explain the issues and keep this thing on frame. Big areas. This big stripe right here, method didn't work on. Didn't work on it because as I ran the paper towel over the top, it was cleaning out the crack. So I had to hand paint that in, and then what I did is let it set up fairly well so it was close to dry. Dipped the paintbrush in thinner and just ran the paintbrush along the edge and then just wiped that area off. So that's how I'm getting these larger cracks done, especially back here on the back. Now some of these don't look so hot, and we're going to see if we can get the one that doesn't look very well on camera. And she's not focusing on that. Great, come on Mr. Camera. You want to focus. Well, good enough. Okay. This right here looks horrible because the molding detail isn't there. Okay? But again, for the most part, most of these are coming out very well when you take a look at them. This one's not coming out very well because the white paint's real runny and it's taking me multiple coats. Another 4 or 5 coats and that's going to come out fine. This one's coming out looking really well. All in all, I like this technique. Basically, here's what I did. I put down a base coat of acrylics. Started doing some of my color coats in acrylics. Now, these are enamels. And the reason I can use thinner on it is enamel thinner doesn't soften acrylics. Okay? You can only get away with using this technique if you have 2 different kinds of paint. It is not going to work if you only have one kind of paint. But that's coming out way better than I could have accomplished by trying to tape that up when I was painting. So, hopefully I've helped some of you out with some ideas on how to do a paint job. Thank you.